Welcome back to Swindon 5.5 for the first time in 2026. It's Swindon Supermarine manager Bobby Wilkinson. How are you doing, Bobby?
Good afternoon, Dan. Yeah, doing really well. Good to be back on your show. Appreciate that, and hopefully, everyone's had a good start to the new year.
What have you made of the postponements? How frustrating is it for you? Let's just dive straight into that.
Listen, everyone at the football club's worked extremely hard to get the games on. We can't control the weather. We can't control how much rain we've had over the last 2 months. Um, it's been frustrating at times, as you can imagine, but that's for everyone on and off the pitch. But we haven't stopped training. We've continued to work hard, and hopefully this Saturday will be on. But the weather's coming in bad again, isn't it? So hopefully we can get back to some sort of momentum by playing games, because it's definitely a struggle when you're not playing so many games. You can't get a rhythm going. So we'll certainly be getting prepared to win a game of football this Saturday. Hopefully the weather can help us.
Let's talk about some of the games you've already played this year, including because it took you quite a while to get a game this year. 17th of January, through no fault of your own, I should say. Portishead away, a good 0-0 draw. Away from home, you've got two draws against promotion chasers, and good performances as well, especially that Winchester game last time out, 2-0 up. How frustrating was it not to win that game? Because you were 2-0 up, as I say, within 15 minutes you were 2-0 up. And I know Winchester have loads of quality, obviously, playoff team at the moment. How frustrated were you to not get that from a winning position capitalize?
I'll be honest, I wasn't actually frustrated. I was just so proud of the boys. I don't look at any of the negatives. You know, people will say you're 2-0 up, you should win a game of football. Well, should we? We've just gone away from home back to back with such a fantastic group, and they just showed they can compete with anyone on their day. Inconsistency is which has been our problem. But what I will say, we've gone 2-0 up. We should have gone 3-0 up. We missed an absolute sitter. But I didn't say anything to the lad. We all can miss sitters. It's how you adapt to it. And he played very well after. And then we scored a perfectly good goal that was given offside. The week before, we missed an open goal, but we've competed really well against two great cracking sides. And yeah, I'm so proud of the boys to go, two away performances and, play really, really well. I felt the second half in both games, really, you could tell we haven't played for 6, 7 weeks, because no one really talks about that, and we dug in both games. So it showed that the group are still fighting, and they showed that they're they're starting to understand the game a little bit, because we managed the game very well, and we should have won both games, if I'm being brutally honest with you.
I think that's sort of. I just want to hammer down that point that you've just made, because training you can prepare for everything, but that match sharpness. Obviously with you guys not playing since, I think, before the Portishead game was, what was it, December 27th? That was
Yeah,
your
we
last game.
Yeah, I think we'd only had one game in the space of 6 weeks, and that was Didcot. You could tell when we played against Didcot, we didn't play particularly well against them, because we hadn't played for 2, 3 weeks before that. But that's hindsight. Everyone has an opinion about things like that. Unless you're in it and that you play it, people wouldn't understand. Matches about consistency, playing week in, week out. So that's been another challenge thrown at us, this group, this football club. But we've handled it with pure class. We will always do things professional. We don't moan about it. We allow other people to moan about it. Someone said to me the other day, were you disappointed not to not win against Winchester 2-0 up? And I said to, first thing I said to him, I went, "Oh, was you there? Did you enjoy it?" He went, "Oh no, I wasn't there." "Oh, what do you mean you weren't there?" Because I found that very bizarre, especially as the lower leagues you go down. You have a lot of people that have opinions, but they're not even at the game. You should only have an opinion if you're at the game, surely. The travelling fans that travel to Winchester and Portishead, who have been absolutely first class, a big mention to them in these tricky conditions as well, because it was wet down in Winchester. They deserve the credit, and when they have an opinion on football, I will sit up and listen, because they're the ones who are at the game.
Final point on the postponements then. Obviously, you're going to have Monday. It's going to be November again, as we talked about months ago, where that was your busiest month because it was Saturday, Monday, and February is starting to look like that. Any news on when the Shaftesbury game might be rearranged for?
Yeah, I heard, well, I've spoken to my secretary yesterday, and we've gone for the 2nd of March. So we play Larkhall on the Friday night. So we've moved the game from Saturday to the Friday night. I think that's the 27th of February or 28th
It
of
is
February.
27th. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've moved that. Well, I've requested that game go in on the Monday because they wanted the Monday after, but we're away to Mosul, whoever it is, on that Saturday. So hopefully the club can help me out there and get it on that day, and then we'll go back to back home games. Um, Listen, if you're fully match fit, that I normally always have my team fully match fit, the Saturday Mondays are great. Normally, that's where we win a lot of our points. When we had our last Monday night game, we were absolutely out of this world for the first half, and then we died second half, and that's because we're not match fit. So we're trying to get a match fit now as well. That's another challenge thrown at us, but hopefully that game will be put in on the 2nd of March, but that's not a definite yet. We'll have to wait and see.
I did say the last one was going to be the final
Oh,
question on the postponements. But is it like in the summer when you're kind of new in and you haven't played that much and you're just thinking, oh, you know what, we could do with the preseason here? Is it kind of like that again? Because it was 6 weeks. That's the summer. That's the end of season break, isn't it?
yeah, that's why them two results were absolutely phenomenal for this group to do that. It just showed how hard we worked when no one was watching us. It just showed this group are still fighting for the badge, which I was very, very proud of. But yeah, it was like we've done another mini pre-season because we've had them in working really, really hard.
Falmouth Town this weekend. Is that game definitely going ahead? Do you know, or is it a touching? I think you said it was a slight touch and go given the weather, and I don't think the weather's improving much over the weekend.
Put it this way, the football club will do everything in their powers to get the game on. I would say it's 50-50 because as it stands, the forecast is meant to be quite bad tomorrow. So remember where they're coming from. They're coming from Cornwall, aren't they? So we're going to have to make a call maybe even tomorrow night on it. But we're in training tonight, preparing right for them. Hopefully it will be on, but I can understand with the weather we've had all week and the weather coming in tomorrow. I'd say it's 50-50, but everyone at the football club's doing everything in their power to get the game on. And if it's not on, my players and my staff will be in training, preparing for the next game because we can only prepare for the next game.
Falmouth Town, then, if just in case the game is going ahead, what do you make of them so far this season? Obviously, you've got a lot of people. People are obviously looking at the league table and looking at that relegation zone. Obviously, they need to remember you've got about, I don't know anymore. Is it 4, 5? It must be now five games in hand. It's an amazing amount. So how how do you prepare for a team like Falmouth? Falmouth can be good on their day. But
Well,
obviously you
Falmouth Down haven't lost for the last 6 games. When we went there, they're a fantastic unit. You know, they're in a place that I don't think they should be. Um, but when I hear about people look at league positions, and I've heard this a few times, even with us at our football club, oh, you should be winning them games. We have no right to win any game. We have to prepare to win every single game the best of our ability. But one thing we found out about this football league is there's 8 or 9 going for the league. It's very competitive. It's very experienced. That's why I'm glad I brought in 1 or 2 experiences over Christmas and got one more coming in today. But they haven't lost in, yeah, I think it was 6 games when I was doing my research yesterday, 5 or 6 games. So they're on a good run of form. The only thing in our favour, they haven't played for 3 weeks now. So that will be a challenge for them because we've had to do that challenge where we didn't play for 3 weeks. So we look forward to playing them. What I will say is the boys are full of confidence. We are playing some fantastic football. Everyone will tell you that, whoever's watching the games. We're dominating in possession. We just need to now start taking our chances and finishing off a game. And instead of a couple of draws, get a few wins, and we'll climb up that table. Because the league table right now, we can't do anything about that because games are being called off. You know, and any of the teams around us have been called off, the ones that we've been meant to be playing. So, and I don't know this fact, but isn't that 13 away games on the bounce or 12 away games on the bounce and only 2 at home? Like that's nearly a quarter of a season. That's unheard of in a season as well. Don't quote me on the actual numbers, but it's not far off. So everyone just needs to sit back, be positive, look after this group of players and management team, and always stay positive. Win, lose, or draw. Always judge a man when you're losing. Don't forget, Dan. I've said that a few times, and I've seen a few messages when we're winning, but I haven't really seen many messages when we're losing. So let's just go one game at a time and stick together and believe in yourselves and keep building for the future.
I know you had a few injuries going into Christmas. Now, without the games, what's the squad looking like in terms of? I know sharpness is one thing that you've brought up in this interview, but in terms of fitness, not just match fitness, but overall fitness for the squad, how's it doing?
It's actually in a fantastic place. We can't say we haven't got our full squad back. We got two out, don't get me wrong. But what I will say to you is it gave everyone an opportunity to get back. Frankie Monk hasn't played for 3 months, has he? Starts his first game on Saturday, scores 2 goals. It's a big difference, isn't it? When you've got your best players on the pitch, it gives you that vote of confidence, and it gives everyone a boost. To have Connor join us from Hungerford to give us a big boost. I've got another fantastic player coming in today that gives us another big boost. So yeah, everyone's fit, everyone's hungry for success, and when you can pick the same team for 3 games on the bounce for the first time all season, that's been quite a breath of fresh air for me, if I'm being honest. We've only made one change because we had to, but otherwise everyone knows now they're playing for their places, and if you play well, you keep your shirt, and that's what we've been doing.
It also gives them that structure as well. It drills in that structure as a from a management point of view to say, this is where you are. You focus on this, keep going, and do the blooming job. Yeah. So I know what you mean. It might be a blessing in disguise then, with all the players coming back. January window, obviously, we've got a couple of how many days left? A couple of days. We've seen some signings for you guys. Any more in the? Obviously, you said there's one today, but any more going forward, or is this
Yeah,
going to be the
certainly,
final bit of
certainly.
business?
Yeah, and trying to bring maybe 1 or 2 more in just to freshen it up. Spoke to a few pro clubs. Went to see a lad yesterday play for a pro club, and then I went and met a young lad today that we are looking to bring in as well. It has to be the right person, it has to be the right caliber for this football club. But if we can get any more experience, that will be fantastic. But they're very hard to come by at this football club at the moment. But that's the efforts that we've got to work extremely hard and keep working and keep working, and believe 1 or 2 will land on your lap. And that's why we work so hard to bring a lad in today. What the fans will be very happy with, and to bring Connor in, which all the lads are very happy with, and fans. So we're just bringing a bit of fresh blood back in, but a few old faces that know the club and can help us through this period of tricky weather. And hopefully we can win some more games for everyone.
Yeah, the January window. I've always found it peculiar, but anyway, Bobby Wilkinson, thank you very much.
Top man. Thanks, Dan. All the best.